This is Ben Jacobson with Ben Jacobson Photo and New School of Photography with another Think Tank review for you. But it's a change of pace for a few reasons. One, it's not a bag, and two, I'm not in Rhode Island if you couldn't tell. I'm here in beautiful Antigua. Came down for vacation to visit my parents after Christmas, and I figured I would bring a good piece of aquatic camera equipment to review with me. So the boys at Think Tank sent me a hydrophobia 70-200. Now, two things to say right off the bat. I do not shoot a 70-200. I shoot a 100-400 typically. And I also left my hood at home, which the instructions are very clear that you need a hood to make this work. Now, I've got it on the lens without the hood, and it does seem to work. It probably wouldn't be as sealed, but it would certainly be better than what we're about to do without any bag on the camera at all. And I'll also add to the footnotes here in the beginning that it is not that crazy of a day out here. I wouldn't be that surprised if we don't get wet at all with what we're about to do. And that's not a bad thing, because the camera you are seeing me with is my 7D strapped to a tripod in the front of the boat. So I don't want that to get wet anyway, because I only have one of these. But let's just put this through the paces. Let me show you what it does and what it's for, and just show you a little bit of a review first. So if you're not familiar with the bag at all, it's a rain cover. It does look a little funny on the lens, but it's very functional. This is a lens cap, and especially if you had the hood on here like you should, it fits perfectly over the hood. You would have perfect sealed. I mean, rain could get in there, but I mean, this is a sealed lens. I'm using this on a 5D, which isn't officially sealed, but it does take a bit of rain. But the gap in here wouldn't be an issue. When you don't want to use that, you pull it off, and there's a little spot for it right here, which is very nice. It's right on the barrel where it's not in the way. There's another spot over here for an eye cup to go in, which is also very nice, because you need custom eye cups to get them sealed right to the body, which makes sense, and it's nice to have a spot to keep them. You also notice there's a strap on here, and the interesting thing is there's a strap inside the bag, which I'll show you in a second, that goes around the lens just past the mount to support the camera. If you didn't do that, you could see this could all fall out of here, which wouldn't be safe. But they figured out a way to there's a small strap in there that goes around basically right at the mount, so that you can then have a strap on the outside of the bag, and there's a leash or a little pocket in there to put your regular strap, which is very well done. The front, you can see it just velcros on. There's a nice piece of rubber material in here so it would grip your hood without falling off. And then, like I said, I have it on as tight as I can get it for this 100-400, because I forgot my hood. With the hood, it would work perfect. On the back, you have a very nice clear window. You can see all your screens. You can see the top screen. You can press the buttons. And there's a nice little viewfinder window here. This just covers that. And then it also has Velcro. Like you can see, it stays up, which is great. And then you have two little hand pockets. And you can see there's little drawstrings here that make them tight so that you get it sealed pretty well in your hand. Now, because I'm running a boat and running around here, I'm going to loosen these up a little bit. You can fit one hand right in here like this, and then I'll loosen this one up a hair too. You fit the other hand in here like this, and you have full control of your camera. It's a 100-400, remember, so I can raise it up to my eye, and I can zoom it, pump zoom. There is enough extra slack in the bag that it works no problem with a 100-400. And you can see, like I said, I don't have my hood, that's my fault. But it will pump zoom, no problem. It doesn't get in the way. As I said, you have full access to all your buttons back here. You can hit any of your buttons, replay. You can change everything up here, dial. You can even reach the knob. My one complaint in that category would be that there's no window here for the switches on the lens. I know when I threw this together, I was down below on the boat I'm staying on, and I was on the long range for focus, 6.8 meters. I was trying to focus on something in the galley just across the room that I was sitting in, and it wouldn't lock, and it was like, oh yeah, I must have the switch in the wrong position, but I couldn't check. I had to look in through the side, which you can do, or unzip the back, which I'll show you. There's an L zipper here. You go like that, and you have full access to the bottom of the camera. and all those switches. It would just be nice to see the switches if possible. But it's very well done. If you were in a marine environment like this, I think you'd be a fool not to have a bag like this, because it just adds a layer of protection. It's not hard to use. It's very easy to use, very simple. It goes on without reading the directions. I got it on the first time. The only surprise to me was that I needed the hood, which I should have brought anyway. I just totally spaced packing for this trip. So let me go for a boat ride with you here, and I'll just show you some shooting with it. So I'm going to put the strap right on over my shoulder. I'm going to start up the motor, and away we'll go. All right, let's go around the corner and see what we can find. Take some shots of the on-deck boat over here. You'll see me shooting. I'll put the shots up in the review of what I get. There we go. Got a few power boats coming in here. I might go grab some shots of. We'll go grab another shot of it. All right, just readjust that a little bit again because I don't have the hood. And we have a very nice schooner coming in on us right here. Grab some shots of her. And I'm going to take the strap off. And I hope that's a great example of how you'd use this in real life. So this is Ben Jacobson, benjacobsonphoto.com and New School Photography. Hope you enjoyed yet another Think Tank product review.